Xin chào and welcome to Sharing Vietnam on VTC10 NetViet. The relationship between France and Vietnam has achieved remarkable results over the years. And during that framework, Vietnam and France have cooperated in many fields, for example, economy, education, healthcare, and science and technology researches. In today's program, in order to understand better about the cooperation between the two countries in conducting scientific researches, we are going to have a talk with His Excellency Mr. Nicolas Wannery. He is the Ambassador of France to Vietnam. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for joining Sharing Vietnam today.
Sir Nicolas Wannery is currently the French ambassador to Vietnam. He has been working here since September 2019. Previously, from 2004 to 2007, he was the French Consulate General in Ho Chi Minh City. After many positions in France and other countries, Sir Nicolas Wannery was appointed to the position of French ambassador to Vietnam. He has been awarded the National Merit Medal and the National Order of the Legion of Honor since 2016. France and Vietnam have had a long history of collaborative scientific research for over 100 years. So far, there have been many research topics on issues of concern to all of humanity. The organizations from France support the method of research, expertise, training, and jointly build as well as share new scientific knowledge that can be applied to Vietnam. The research topics relate to issues such as environmental pollution, air pollution, noise, waste, social impact, agricultural solutions, etc.
First of all, may you share with us about the points of view of the French government in supporting Vietnam and the Vietnamese scientists in conducting scientific researches?
Alors, la coopération entre la France et le Vietnam...
Under conditions of cooperation, France and Vietnam have had the relationship for 130 years until now. More details: in 1891, Pasteur Institute was established in Saigon. Secondly, it had a memorial milestone that the Institute of Oriental Studies was founded. And then, a number of activities held by French research institutes happened continuously in Vietnam. From the middle of 1900s, there were many French research organizations opening their offices in Vietnam. I can mention IRD, the Institute of Research for Sustainable Development, and CIRAD, Center of International Cooperation on Agricultural Research for Development. The researchers from the organizations have worked with Vietnamese colleagues in cooperation of many research projects for the development of Vietnam. Among the organizations that I mentioned above, IRD has a very advanced scientific collaborations such as problems with oceanography or issues of observing space. CIRAD operates with Vietnam in the fields relating to agriculture, food or seafood aquaculture here, etc. I want to add one more organization that I haven't mentioned before is CNIS, Center of National Scientific Research. CNIS doesn't have any representative offices here, but it assigns staff to come to Vietnam. Annually, CNIS normally sends about 200 delegations to visit and work in Vietnam. The Institute of Oriental Studies was present in Vietnam since 1900 and has been continuing to do research about social sciences and humanity.
Over more than 100 years of cooperation, what are the fields and also the significant projects have been conducted between the French and the Vietnamese scientists?
It is true that there are many scientific projects conducted in the cooperation between France and Vietnam, so it will be difficult for me to fully describe successful projects. I will tell you two main kinds of activities. The first one is the training program. We know that from 2013 up to now, the French side has saved 120 scholarships to train excellent Vietnamese graduate students at French universities to support them on their doctoral thesis in the framework of cooperation with Hanoi University of Science and Technology, which we often call Vietnam and France University. We have trained 140 Vietnamese PhDs in the school since 2009. time in various French research facilities. The second kind I want to talk about is the one that studies about the climate change issues and the pollution of varying intensity. Some examples are plastic pollution and air pollution. In these activities, there are many French units participating such as IRD, CNRS, and the National Center for Aerospace Science Research of France. They work closely with Vietnam Institute of Science and Technology in joint projects which relate to oceanography or observing continental surfaces from satellites, especially the cooperation on plastic monitoring projects. This is a project conducted by IRD. In addition to these areas, I would like to emphasize another important cooperation is the project with Sirat in the agricultural sector and the processing industry. Sirat has cooperated with Vietnam to introduce basa and catfish, which are currently high-yielding species in the Mekong Delta of Vietnam. Currently, Sirat is cooperating with Vietnam to research new types of coffee, which is suitable for climate change conditions. During the cooperation, they have launched a new coffee seed, which develops very well and complements Vietnam's office and complements Vietnam's coffee products. Moreover, Sirat also cooperates with Vietnam in many other fields. Healthcare is also an important area of cooperation between the two sides, especially in the context of the COVID-19 pandemics raging around the world. Next, during the epidemic, IRD and CNRS did researches in collaboration with Vietnamese researchers to find out the causes of the disease. Through modern tools and advanced medical tools, we surely know that the government of Vietnam, with social distancing policies, has contributed significantly to control the COVID-19 pandemic in Vietnam. The pandemic has not completely ended, it's still spreading in society. Therefore, we need to study how the coronavirus works to find solutions that can completely handle this raging disease. These studies are of utmost importance. In addition, there are collaborations which are not directly related to research that the French government has supported Vietnam in training doctors. With a large number of Vietnamese doctors trained in France, it also contributes to strengthen medical cooperation between the two countries.
Từ 10 năm nay, chính phủ Pháp cũng như là các trường đại học kiến trúc Pháp đã phối hợp cùng với trường đại học kiến trúc Hà Nội xây dựng triển khai chương trình kiến trúc cảnh quan Pháp ngữ và đã đặt nền móng cũng như là những viên gạch đầu tiên để xây dựng chuyên ngành kiến trúc cảnh quan của Việt Nam. Việc hợp tác giữa các nhà khoa học Việt Nam và Pháp cũng thể hiện sự năng động và tích cực cũng như là năng lực trình độ của các nhà khoa học Việt Nam. Các nhà nghiên cứu của Việt Nam cũng được mở mang các cái kiến thức cũng như là phát triển các cái góc nhìn, đặc biệt là các khả năng kết nối với mạng lưới khoa học quốc tế. Mặt khác, các cái nhà nghiên cứu của Pháp và các nhà nghiên cứu quốc tế cũng đổi lại cũng được sự hỗ trợ rất là tích cực bởi những cái kinh nghiệm về thực tiễn của các nhà nghiên cứu Việt Nam trong cái việc phát triển các cái đề tài nghiên cứu khoa học ứng dụng trong cái bối cảnh thực tiễn của Việt Nam.
So IRD is working since 25 years now with Vietnamese institutions and researchers. The role of IRD is to work in partnership with Vietnamese colleagues and partners on a subject related to sustainable development. So how can research support the sustainable development of the country? So it goes from environmental problems to health problems, epidemiology, resistance to antibiotics, but also social problems. So right now we have something like 20 different projects in partnership with Vietnamese institutions and 11 laboratories. First, the researchers are very good, very well trained, and there is a lot of enthusiasm and curiosity, especially among the young generation.
Viện Can Quả miền Nam là có mối quan hệ với Syrat là rất là lâu, từ năm 1994 là được sự hợp tác hỗ trợ của Syrat rất là lớn trong các cái nghiên cứu về can quả của miền Nam Việt Nam. Họ muốn hỗ trợ mình phát triển những cái biện pháp để mà phát triển nông nghiệp sinh thái, giảm bớt càng nhiều thuốc bảo vệ thực vật để tăng cường các cái biện pháp mà an toàn cho môi trường, an toàn cho cây trồng và con người. Họ đưa ra những cái giải pháp cùng với mình làm nghiên cứu, làm điều tra, đưa ra các cái kỹ thuật, đào tạo nhân sự cho Việt Nam, sau đó người của Việt Nam về tập huấn lại cho cán bộ của Việt Nam.
The results of Franco-Vietnamese cooperation researches are often published through reports, seminars, and exhibitions. For example, the Franco-Vietnamese Innovation Festival was held in 2019 with an exhibition with the target audiences of students in Ho Chi Minh City. They would have had a chance to meet the scientists involved in the projects, learn the results of researches presented through the models, and had direct conversation about the projects with scientists.
What do you think about the importance of cooperation between countries to countries in terms of conducting scientific researches, especially for France and Vietnam?
Alors, s'il y a un domaine dans lequel la coopération...
In the field of science, we cannot work alone. It takes the exchange before we can cooperate with each other. Therefore, it can be affirmed that scientific research has no borders, especially in the context of the challenges we are currently facing. The health sector or challenging environmental issues may be the clear and topical examples. There are the challenges related to economic and social issues. It is necessary to join hands between countries to find common solutions for the problems we need to solve. In that spirit, whenever conditions permit, Vietnamese and French research groups cooperate with each other. Maybe there are groups working together. Maybe there are research groups from France to Vietnam or from Vietnam to France in order to exchange and cooperate. In addition, France is in the European Union. It also strengthens cooperation with countries in this union through available mechanisms. We also hope the cooperation between European countries to expand their borders. It is a channel to expand cooperation between France and Vietnam.
Last but not least, what are the messages you want to share with our scientists on this occasion?
Oui, pour conclure, je dirais que...
It can be said that the science is the oldest field of cooperation. This is also the area with the most proud results. On today's program, I would like to congratulate the team of French and Vietnamese scientists who have contributed to this cooperation process. We know that scientists make a pretty big contribution. However, their image is also very discreet. Their working conditions sometimes are great challenges. You can imagine, for example, researchers in the agricultural project, they sometimes have to work in universities, sometimes in laboratories, and many situations on fields with unfavorable weather conditions. They must overcome many difficulties to contribute for the scientific researches. Once again, I would like to congratulate the scientific staffs from both Vietnam and France.
Once again, thank you so much, Your Excellency, for joining Sharing Vietnam today and for your valuable insights.
You're welcome.
That is the end of today's talk show. Thank you so much for watching us. If you have any questions or recommendation, please send us an email at sharingvietnam@netvietTV.net. Thank you so much for watching and hope to see you again tomorrow.